My life was never quite like the fairy tales I heard growing up. Plenty of dragons, but no princes. For years, my stepbrother touched me in places that I didn't want to be touched, and eventually began to rape my brother. He was dragon number 1.
This is a very important resource to our district. Unfortunately, we have a very high rate of child trafficking, and it's very hidden and it's a very destructive issue in our community. And Genesis Project has done so much, not only to help the young women rebuild their lives, but to raise awareness for our community about this issue.
This boy was very sweet at first. We started dating, but his intentions quickly turned. "I really need some help. Can you do me a favor?" he said. He was dragon number 2. I was manipulated into working for him. This street you're walking on, I was brought here to Pack Highway and forced to work 24/7, raped and beaten by men for money that I wasn't allowed to even keep.
You don't see a lot of people that are out there trying to help girls that are in a position to not help themselves. They're willing to not keep their heads buried in the sand and realize that there is a problem.
I know you're supposed to be careful online, but he seemed so sweet. Dragon number 3 convinced me to come to Burien and became my second pimp. His smooth and charming personality caught my attention and I was hooked. Once I was isolated with him, his personality changed. Violent doesn't even begin to describe him. If I didn't get enough customers, he'd smash my head into the sidewalk. I tried leaving 5 times. Each time he convinced me he had changed. It was a vicious cycle. Oh, and did I mention I also got pregnant from one of my customers? I was 19 years old at the time.
If we come together like we have for the last several years, we can impact 122 lives, which is what we have. And some of those lives are completely out of trafficking, completely on their own, independent, has jobs, living dreams, going back to school, and doing very, very well.
I would say just don't ignore it. Do something about it.
I couldn't believe the life I had lived. I was powerless and felt worthless. I went to the place that I could trust, the one place that brought some hope, the Genesis Project.